All right. So like I said, we are designing a flyer, a poster for this particular car, Ferrari SF90. So what we're going to do is, once you go to Google, you search for that SF90, and then we can download as many pictures as possible. So I'll go ahead and click on this one. Check the resolution. This is 1280 by 720. The picture is high, the quality is high. Like I said, any picture that doesn't have up to 1000 px is not standard. So you can use any picture, but make sure it's up to 1000 px. 1080 px is like HD quality. So make sure you download high quality images. If you're following so far, give me a thumbs up. All right. If you're following so far, give me a thumbs up. Now, since we are done with, I downloaded 2 pictures already. I'm going to search for the interior, SF90 interior, so that we have something to work with. So we have the interior over here. We can decide you can decide on the interior to download. Also check the resolution of that image, and then you download. So we have total of 4 pictures now. I'm going to search for the engine. I'm going to search for the engine, and then I'm going to download a picture of the engine also. So once you start designing, you understand the reason I'm downloading these pictures. Now, we're going to head over to Canva, back to Canva after downloading those pictures. And then we're going to click on the upload here. Once we click on the upload, we're going to click upload file, and then we're going to select those pictures we downloaded. And then once we are selecting the pictures we downloaded, it's going to import into the Canva, and then we can start working ASAP. Let me go ahead and import the pictures I downloaded. Now, once we are done importing the pictures, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to, okay, so we are done with the importation. So you can see the pictures are already here, and then we move straight to designing. Now, for this particular flyer we are going to be running, or this particular poster we are going to be running, we are going to use frames. We are going to use frames for the picture framing. So we go to the elements, and then we search for frame. Search for a frame. Now, once we search for the frame, we're going to be using this particular one. We can use this one, or we can use this one, depending on your what you want to do. But for me personally, I'm going to be using this one. Now, once I add the frame to the design, I'm going to rotate it, let's say to this angle, something like this. We're going to rotate it to an angle that is going to match this edge and this edge. And then we're going to reduce the size a little bit. I'm going to show you the reason why we are doing that. Now, before you add it, place it to this place, you are going to duplicate the frames. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can group together, and then you rotate together. This is like from that edge to this edge. I think it should be okay. I want to check for the angle. I want to check for the angle. I don't think I can get the exact angle though, but it's okay. Can continue. So I'm going to place it like this. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. So once I add the frames, I group them together. We have 4 frames here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we rotate it and then we'll place it straight like this. Now, once we place it straight, the next thing we're going to do is we start adding pictures to it. We're not going to add this particular picture. These pictures are sideways. We're not going to add it because we're working with a particular type of design. So we'll add the ones that, let's say the interior, we add the interior first, add it to this place, and then we add another image. Let's say the engine, we add the engine to this place. Let's say we add one exterior. Let's do this one. Let's add this one, and then we add the 4th one. So we're going to decide on the one to use for the placing. So I'm going to use this one for the placing. I'm going to add this one to the last slide. So you should have something like this. So you should have something like this at the end of your placements. Now, once you have something like this at the end of your placements, let me zoom it a little bit. Once you have something like this at the end of your placements, the next thing you're going to do is, these pictures are placed in frames, inside the frames. So the next thing you're going to do is we're going to add a line here. So to add that line at this edge, you just click on this and then we click over here, which says stroke style. We select this first one and then we increase the stroke width. Now, pay attention. If you're adding the stroke line, it's adding borders to the each frame. Let me put a color so you understand what I'm saying. So it's adding even borders to the down parts of the frames, and I don't feel comfortable with that. But you can decide to have borders in between like this. But the color I'm looking for is just the outer one, which is the side. This one on the side. The color on the side. So the one on the side is the one I'm targeting. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this stroke. So I'm going to use another method to add that same this thing, which is adding lines to it. So I'm going to click on the element and then I'll search for line. Now, there are 2 ways to do this. You can add a line. Are you seeing this line? Once I add the line, I click on this. I can increase the size of the line, rotate it. Now, this angle here, are you seeing the angle? The angle is 29 degrees. So I can rotate this to 29 degrees. And then I see I place it beside this, and then I drag it straight down. For example, if I drag it straight down like this, if I drag it like this, I can add color to it, and it looks the same. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. So use the line. You can add the line. You can add the line. Increase the weight of the line by clicking here. You can increase the weight to your desired weight, and then you add it to the side of the framing. So that's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to click on it again. Let me increase it furthermore so that you can see it properly. So we are doing 20. So we're going to do 20 for this. And now, mind you, once I click on the color, that's the stroke color, I selected the color from here. That's from this particular image. This particular one, this red color. That's what I selected. Now, we're going to, since we have added this one already, we're going to click on duplicate, which is this plus sign, and then we'll bring this one down. We'll bring this one down. From here, we extend it also, so that it's not going to show any breakages. So we should have something like this once we are done with that. Hope you are paying attention so far. Are you paying attention so far? All right. Now, since we are done with that, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add the main picture. We know we added 5 pictures here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we haven't used this one at all. So this one, we are going to use it for something else. We're going to use it for something else. Let me show you what we're going to use it for. So I'm going to click on it. Now, once I click on it, it appears at the center of this page. If I drag it, it might enter inside this frame. So you have to be careful. If you drag it inside, it's going to enter inside any of these frames. So you need to be careful not to drag it inside the frame. So once you add it, click on it, expand it to the size you want. You can use it to cover the page like this. So it should be at the center of the design. Now, at the center of the design, if you are using a Canva paid version, you just click on BG remove, that's background remove, to remove the background of this image. But since we are not using a Canva paid account, we're going to go to Google and then we're going to remove the background for this picture and then we'll still add it back. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to delete this. We're going to head back to Google and then we'll write remove BG. That's remove background. And on this all, we're going to see remove.bg and we select remove.bg. Now, once it loads up, we're going to add the picture by clicking this upload image. And then we select that particular picture. Now, once you select the picture, the website is going to remove the background for you automatically. And then you can download it back with that background. So we're going to add it to the center of that design. And after that, we go straight up to adding write-ups. So you shouldn't take time like this. I think it's network issue. So it doesn't take. Okay. Let me switch my network very fast so that I can continue. So far, you guys following so far? Are you following so far? The network is a little bit slow. Let me redo it again. Are you guys running your own designs in real time, or you're just following the class? Are you running your own design in real time? All right, I switched my network to a new one. Can you hear me now? Okay, let's continue. So I'm going to upload it again and try it once more. It should work properly now. Okay, so once you upload the image, the website is going to remove the background for you, leaving only the car. So we're going to click on this download here to download the image. So after that, we head back to Canva and continue our design. So we're going to add the image to the design. We're going to add it to the design. So as you can see, it's centered. Don't drag it inside the frame, just expand it at the center, just like that. So it should look something like this. The design should look something like this. Hope you are following. All right. So far so good. Are you guys following? So we continue. Okay. Now, once you are done adding this particular image, remember this one is for the placing. Why these ones here? You see the arrangements. You can decide to download. You see, I downloaded the interior, the engine, and then the exteriors. So you can decide to arrange your own depending on the way you want to arrange it. It doesn't really, you don't have to follow my pattern, but you have to arrange it properly. Make sure you arrange it properly. Let me do some tweaking. Let me just add this one to the downside. Okay. So you just have to arrange it properly. Make sure it looks good. Now, once you have something like this, you're almost done with the design. Now, the next thing you're going to do is we add tests to the design. That's we call the name of the vehicle. Let's say we call the purchase dates, that's the production dates, and then we can then finish up the design. Let's go ahead and do that. So we click on the text, we add a header, click on text, add a heading, and then we write the name of the vehicle, which is SF90, right? Right, SF90, we place it here, and then we change the color to that same red color we're maintaining. We add the red color. So we have this here. And then the next thing we are going to do also, we add the same write-up to the downside. So we're going to, after customizing this particular write-up, we're going to write it the same thing at the downside. That's just what we need for this design. So we have FS, it's not FS, it's SF90. The car is SF90, not FS. So SF90, and then we're going to change the font. We're going to look for a font that looks a little bit stylish, something that looks dramatic. So we're going to use something that looks dramatic. This can work. Aubrey fat face can work. Let me scroll down a little bit and check again. We have Strickland. Let me check if Strickland can also work. So you have to look for a font that is dramatic. It shouldn't be something simple. So something that looks, something that is not normal. That's what you can use for that name. You can also use modular so that it looks a little bit techy. SF90. So let's go with modular. I think this looks okay. Now, once we add the name of the car, the next thing you're going to do is we're going to add the dates. That's the manufacturing date, production date, which I don't know. So we'll head over to Google again. And then we type SF90 production dates or release date. You can write release dates or production dates. It depends. They say the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. Once you open this page, you should see the details about the car. I don't want to go inside that place. So let me just look for the dates. Let me see if I can see the date from this page. August 2024. Is it August 2024? Production dates and year. That's like, I think August 2024 is too close. Let me check it. Production is 2019 to 2024. So let's go with 2024, August 2024. And the name of the car is Ferrari Stradale or Spider SF90. So let's copy the Stradale / Spider, and then we head back to the Canva to finish off the design. So over here we have this. We are going to add another text, which is a normal header, subheading. Reduce the font size, but make it to be like visible, but reduce it. And then you paste the Stradale, change the color to black. You can use black or gray for this particular section. So I think gray looks better. So you can use gray. And then you write the company name, which is Ferrari. Let's go with Stradale, and then write 2024. So make sure, let's assume you are designing for a company. They're going to tell you the manufacturing date and stuff like that. Or if you are designing for yourself, you should properly research the manufacturing dates also. So this particular font, we can change it to something stylish also. Something like, let's check. You can use any form of handwriting fonts. Let's say Brittany. I think that's too much. I cannot read it properly. So let's do something like, hold on a little bit. Okay, this is okay. This is Agrande. So Agrande fonts, that's what we're doing. So we have this Ferrari Stradale 2024. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to group these two together. Highlight these two together and group them. And then you duplicate it and bring this one down. Once you bring this one down to this section, that's to this place, you are going to rotate it opposite. So minus 180 degrees. So we have this, and then we have the opposite. So we're going to rotate it 180 degrees. So it should look, the design should look like this at this point. Are you guys following? Okay. So because I'm running these frames, and we have a stereo here, and we also have a stereo at this down part. I'm going to change this this picture, this particular one at the downside. I'm going to change it. So I'm going to head over to Google once more, and I search for SF90 tires. So I can use the tires. I can use the other parts. That's other parts of the cars. So any part of the car that is not, you have to download different parts of cars. That's different parts of the cars. So let's say the tires. You look for, okay, this one is red. Okay, or the back like this. You can use the back like this. It's also good. So let me go ahead and download it. And then I head back to Google Canva, and then I'm going to import it. I can just upload Let me upload it to the workspace. For some reason, I'm not seeing the image. So let me go back to Google and then I don't think that image is okay. Let me try tires. Okay, I think this is yahoo.com. So let's go back to Google. SF90 back view. So we're going to see back view. You can use this or this or this. Let me go with this. Remember to check for the resolution. This is 1280. So let's download this. Remember to check for the resolution before you download. If not, you have issues. You have low quality images, and the design is not going to turn out good. So over here, we're going to upload once more, and then we'll continue. We'll finish up the design. So let's go ahead and upload it. Now we have the back view over here. I'm going to drag the back view to the last part, which is this. So we drag it to the last part. So I think it looks better instead of having two side views. So we have one back view, one side view, the engine, the interior, and then the main view of the car. Are you guys following so far? All right. Now, for the white background, since we are almost done with the class, the white background is not encouraging. The white background is not encouraging. So what we're going to do is we're going to check for a background. So we can check for white background image. So we search for white background. You could also use a red background, but mind you, if you're using a red background, make sure the text, these write-ups are white color so that it can display properly. You can use a red background for this design also, but make sure the texts are visible. So we head over to the white background and then we search for the ones that we're comfortable with. So I'm going to go with something that is a little bit tacky. Let me keep this for here. Let me check another one to know if I can compare with another one. So the reason I'm adding this, we don't want the background to be plain white, just like we normally do. We just have to add a textured background to it so that it looks better. The more texture it has, the better. We could do this also. Looks a little bit stylish. Now, make sure you don't put it inside the frame. Drag it, like I said, you reduce the size, you drag it to the edge of the screen like this. You now expand it like this, and then you drag it all the way down. Now, once you are done dragging it to the down parts, you position it to the back. Click on position to the back. So you should have something like this at the end of the design. So you have that background. If you don't like that background, you just click on the background from here, click delete. You search for another one that you want, and then you do the same process. So let me go with another one. Let's try another one. Let's scroll down and look for another one. So let's check this. This is smoke. Now, once you add it, close it up, make it small, move it to the edge of the screen, expand it. It doesn't fall inside the frame. Hope you understand. So once you expand it like this, you position it to the back. I think this looks better than the other one. So since we are done with changing the background, the next thing we can do for this design is, this car has a shadow and the shadow is displaying properly. But if the car doesn't have a shadow, you have to add shadow to it. You search for shadow. Once you search for shadow, you're going to see different shadows. Click on graphics. You can add something like this particular shadow. Are you seeing the shadow? So you can add shadow to it. That's if the car, if the shadow is not showing properly, you add the shadow, rotate it. You can add the shadow under the car. But as you can see, the shadow is on top of this particular car. So you position it backwards until the car looks brighter. So you can actually add shadows under the car to make it look better. Are you guys following? Hope you guys are following. Okay. So we have SF90 Ferrari Stradale 2024. I think we have a mistake here. 2024 has a bracket behind it. And then also here, we have a bracket behind it. She don't have a bracket. Hold on a little bit. Let me go ahead and delete this. Duplicate this again and then push it down. After that, rotate to -180. That's the opposite direction. -180 degrees. All right, so Ferrari SF90 Stradale 2025. And then we have this nice background. We have the main car, and then we have the parts of the cars. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Before we conclude the class, any question? So hope you guys remember how I did these parts. Used frames, added frames to the center. Let me show you how these frames work. So added frames to this center, and then rotated. We had to rotate it, and then we place it to the edge. Now, also for this particular design, you could decide to use a center pattern like this. Hope you are seeing it. You can center it like this, depending on what you're working on. You can center the framing like this, but this looks better. This sideways looks better. It looks more stylish than when you place it straight. Hope you guys understand. It looks more stylish. It looks more stylish when you place it like this instead of placing it straight. You guys are saying no questions. Okay. You guys are going to unmute your mic one after the other, and then just like normally do, tell us what you like about the design, and then we'll go ahead to end the class. We start from Kamsi Yochukwu. So Kamsi Yochukwu, over to you. Kamsi Yochukwu. Is Kamsi available? Okay, Jane. Jane, what do you like about the design? Are you guys hear me?
I like how the text are formed and the way the frames are tilted in a way, but not. I don't like it when it's in the middle. I like it when it's tilted.
I'm not getting you though. What did you say?
I can't explain it.
Which one?
I like the text, how it's written, and the pictures, but I'm not very nice or describe it.
I hope you understood how we did this part.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, let me just show you. Let me just open a new page and then I'll display it there. Now we added frame. It's simple and straightforward. We searched for frame. We added a frame. And then we duplicated the frames without giving spaces. Are you seeing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Now, after I grouped the frame together, and then we had to rotate it. move it up, and then stretch this one out, just like this. So this is how we form the frame. Now we are dragging each picture we have inside each frame. Are you seeing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
So it's not difficult. So you drag the pictures you have into the frames, and then this last picture, this main one, you leave it at the center of the page like this. Can you see it?
Yes.
So as you can see, it's straightforward. It's very, very simple. Now, once you are done adding this framing, you add a line. This red line here is a line. You add the line, you increase the size of the line. This is 20 stroke weights, and then we stretch the line. We stretch it out till we reach the extreme like this. We duplicate the line, we place it at this downside also. So that's how we did this. And then for the fonts, we have modular for this SF90, HK modular. And for this more right up, we have Ibrahim there. So it's a simple design, right?
Yes.
You guys want us to do another different vehicle for this side? If you want us to do another different vehicle for this side, indicates.
Okay.
Who else? Okay. So since we are done with this, let me just go ahead and grab a line. Let me delete this. I'm going to grab a line and place here, and then we'll start. So we'll search for a line. So just pay attention if you're not following. Once you add the line, you're going to change the weight of the line, make it thick, and then we'll rotate it. Now, once we place it, we're going to drag it to the extreme like this. Hope you are seeing what we're doing. Now, once you do that, you duplicate it also, and then you do it for the other side. So we have this right now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to Google, since we are doing another particular vehicle, and then we'll research on the vehicle to use. But for this particular one, we're done with this one. So we're going to do another stuff here. So which vehicle should we work on? Helicopter, aeroplane, ship, jets. What should we work on? What do you guys want us to do? Can someone comment on the chat box? Someone said jets. Jane, you said jets. Or is it Richard? Who else? All right, let me just go ahead and do it. Ikechku said train. Okay, what we're going to do is let me pull up Google first. I'll search for train. If I see nice pictures of trains, I will do it. Fastest train. Let me do fastest train. I don't know how train picture is going to look. Let's check jets. Jets. I don't really know. Okay, let's do private jets. Let's just do private jets. So let's do something like, we have to pick, we have to pick a particular jet. That's the problem. I don't know names of jets. So we're going to research on that first. Then we can search for that particular jet. So we have Bombardier private jet fastest. We have Bombardier Global 8000. Let's go ahead and search for that. Bombardier Global 8, that's this particular one. And then we'll search for the picture. So this is the fastest jets. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this first one, and then we'll download it. Let's check for the resolution. Pay attention. This one is 2170 by, so this is okay. We'll download it. We need 5 images. 5 images, that's what we're looking for. We need 5 images. So we did one. We need the interiors also. We need something like, okay, let's grab this one also. We downloaded 2 now. Remaining 3 pictures. Let's download an interior. Let's go ahead and download an interior. You know, the color of the jet is white, so we have to change the, what's it called? The background color of that design. We have to change it. It's very difficult to build designs of something like this because it's not normal. It's not easy to see. So we have 3 pictures now, remaining 2. We do, what else can we do? Engine. Let's try and see if we can see the engine. All right. Engine. This is the engine. I don't even know what I'm looking at exactly. So we're going to just pick up, you know, we don't have much time. Let's just pick up some images. And then let's pick up pilots. Is it pilot hatch? Let's pick up pilot hatch. Okay. I think that works perfectly. So let's go with this. All right, now let's go back to Canva and then let's finish it off. So we're going to upload the images we downloaded, everything. We do this one, do this. So we have 5 images. Let's go ahead and import so that we can start. So this one, just repeating it so that people that have joined late can follow up. So we have the Bombardier. This particular one, we're going to use it for the center because this one looks okay. So we're going to use this one for the center. So the other ones, let's start adding it. So we add this one. We add the pilot hatch. We add the interior. And then we add this. So like I said, since the pictures we are having is like white color, that's white background. We have to change the background. That's this particular background color. So we have to make it something a little bit, I don't really know, but we have to make it something different. Can't use plain white background for that. Let's just start first. Bright yellow. Let's scroll down to yellow and see. Yellow. Yellow. Okay, let's continue first. Let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. I don't think this is centered properly, but let's just continue. Now we're going to head back to remove.bg to remove the background for the background of that main image. The center image. Click on upload and then we select the center image. And then we remove the background so that we can add it. And I don't even think that picture is high quality. It's not looking like high quality, but it's okay. Let's just use it for this example. We'll head back to Canva. And then we'll upload it. All right. So this is what we have. So like I said, I don't think that picture is high quality. Are you seeing how it's looking? This is what happens when you use low quality images. It's not going to look, when you're removing the background, it's not going to look nice. It's not going to look nice. So that's why I keep saying you have to look, you have to pay attention to the quality of the image so that it doesn't look like this. So I don't know if you're seeing it, but it's not looking sharp. So that's just it. So once you add this your framing, you add your side, the lines, you add the center image. You just write the name of the vehicle here, and then duplicate it, place it under the underside, just like this one, and then that's it for the design. So for those of you that joined the class late, this is what we did. It's not difficult. This is how it looks. So let's continue with the review. The next person I'm going to call on is Ikechukwu. Are you active? Can you hear me? Unmute your mic and then you can unmute your mic and then you tell us what you like about the design so that another person can speak.
I like how we put the different parts of the car at the back in a straight line.
I didn't get you.
I like how we put the different parts of the cars, or different parts of the car at the back.
Okay, for this place, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Can you see you? Are you back? All right, what do you think? What do you think about the design? What do you think about the design? She's not saying anything. We don't have much time. I have another class to attend to. Anyway, guys, this is what we have for today. The design we are running today it was a simple design. It wasn't difficult. Oh,